following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And a good afternoon to you. My name is Ron Juckett. Happy Friday. This is Retro Sports Network, and we've reached the end of July in our 1978 baseball replay. It's July 31st. And so all the parts and puzzles are coming down to their last 55 or so games. And so I think, well, I always hope that we have a good game, but we should have a decent one today. The Texas Rangers, who are chasing in the American League West, start a weekday series or a weeknight series in the Bronx against the New York Yankees. The Yankees are 61-42. They are a half game behind the Dodgers for the best record in baseball, and they will go with Ed Figueroa, who's not had that great of a year. Now, had a terrible year, but he went 20-9 in real life, and he's 8-9 so far. Doc Meddick goes for the Rangers, as they said, at 56-47. So the Rangers made their move. They're in the thick of it in the American League West. The Yankees have made their move, and they hope now, with Bob Lemon making out the lineups instead of Billy Martin, they can put some distance on Baltimore and Milwaukee and that division. The Red Sox, we don't talk about the Red Sox. They moved to Washington. So there you go. It's Eddie Figueroa and Doc Meddick next, right here, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978. Today, or tonight, from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it's the first place American League East New York Yankees against the chasers in the American League West, the Texas Rangers. And today's ball game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, or iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Our Facebook group has 318 members. Thank you so much. And so good morning to Mr. Lorenzo and Mr. Forsberg as we join you live. Eddie Figueroa taking his warm-up tosses, 8-9 on the year, with a 3.46 ERA. He has 14 more starts to go. This is start 21. He has pitched against the Rangers once and shut him out. Threw a 4-hitter, walked 3 and struck out 6. His last time out was July 27th, a win over the Cleveland Indians. 7 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. So overall, Eddie at 153 2/3 innings, 144 hits, 65 runs, 59 earned, 15 home runs allowed, 51 walks, and 49 strikeouts. Fastball pitcher at 85, and will give up the fly ball, and that should be a challenge tonight as the winds are blowing left to right at 22 miles an hour. It's a breezy but warm night in the Bronx at 87. And here's a lineup that Figueroa will face. Mike Hargrove is at first. He'll lead off. Juan Beniquez is in center field. He'll bat second. Jim Sundberg, the catcher, goes third. Al Oliver cleans up in left. Bobby Bonds in right will bat fifth. John Lowenstein, the DH, will go sixth. Toby Harrah at third will bat seventh. Bump Wills, the second baseman, batting eighth. And Bert Campaneris will hit ninth. Now, they're supposedly going to be testing some alarms in my building. The cat is hiding under the bed, and so you may hear loud bang noises from time to time. Don't know when they'll finish that up. They're the sprinkler companies here, and it's interesting because there's only one place in the building that's sprinkled. Defensively for the Yankees, Piniella is a 6-2 in left. Mickey Rivers is an 8-5 in right. Reggie Jackson back in the lineup for Bob Lemon. He's a 6-8 in right. Rivers, by the way, is in center. Craig Nettles is a 10 at third. Bucky Dent, a 6 at short. Willie Randolph is 7 at second. Chris Chambliss, a 10 at first. Thurman Munson back behind the plate, a 9 and an 8. And Figueroa is an 8 with a .982 fielding percentage. And with all that, we can tell you that the Dodgers, because someone keeps requesting their games above everybody else, will be on twice next week. They'll be on Sunday and then another day later on. Games against the Padres and the Giants. That's 2 more than they deserve, Lorenzo. Yes, twice. You get 2 games. And there'll be 1 weekday next week when you won't get any game because my mom is coming over for her birthday lunch. Don't know what day we're doing that yet. But beyond that, you got 6 games this week, and we're back with you Sunday. Mike Hargrove steps in at 302, 8 homers and 51 RBI. Pitch from Figueroa is a ground ball to Chambliss. He takes it to the bag himself for the out. Yeah, we will. Think they were opening up some newer indoor dining places this week. We'll see what they do. Juan Beniquez at 238, 5 homers and 21 RBI. Pitch from Figueroa is a fly ball to right. Back goes Jackson in the corner. He'll make the catch. You get to see the Yankees and the Red Sox next week as well. And the doubleheader, I believe, involves the Phillies again. So, lots of good stuff coming up as we hit 8 weeks to go in the season. Jim Sundberg at 258. 3 homers and 25 RBI. 2 out. Top the first. And there's a line drive to Nettles, and that will retire the side. So Figueroa gets the Rangers in order. We go to the bottom of the first. Texas nothing. Here come the Yankees. Doc Meddick making his 13th start of the year. He's got 9 more after today. Is 6-6 with an ERA of 4.19. Against the Yankees, he's made 1 start and was promptly Christmas treed. 2 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned. He walked 2 and took the loss. So that game gave him some nightmares. His last time out, he lost to the Boston Red Sox on July 26th. He went the route, 9 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned. I haven't given a time yet for Sunday. 6 runs, 4 earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. 96 2/3 innings, 98 hits. 4 homers, 49 runs, 45 earned. He walked 39 and struck out 36. That mark in the TV guide parlance would be to be determined. It's either going to be noon or 7. Depends on what the weather is. Fastball pitcher at 86 and the fly ball pitcher. So here's a lineup that Doc will face. Mickey Rivers leads off in center field. Willie Randolph at second will bat second. Thurman Munson behind the plate goes third. Reggie Jackson cleans up in right. Lou Piniella in left will bat fifth. Chris Chambliss at first will bat sixth. Greg Dennels at third base will bat seventh. Roy White, the DH, bats eighth. And Bucky Lord Voldemort Dent is at short, and he will bat ninth. Figueroa, by the way, threw 11 pitches in the first. Al Oliver, a 5 and a 7 in left for Texas. Juan Beniquez, a 9 and a 7. In center, Bobby Bonds, a 7 and an 8 in right. Toby Harrah, a 5 at third. Bert Campaneris, an 8 at short. Bump Wills, a 7 at second. Mike Hargrove, an 8 at first. And Jim Sundberg, a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. Rivers at 317, 4 homers, 7 triples, and 29 RBIs, sitting on a 10-game hitting streak. Meddick delivers, and there's a ground ball to Wills by the bag at second, over to first, 1 out. I think it depends on what the weather does here and what the wife wants to do. Weekends really are her time. And if the weather's nice here, people don't watch noon Sunday starts. How you doing, Tribe fan? Tribe fan's headed into his weekend. Willie Randolph at 271, 2 homers and 24 RBI. Pitch They play for a bunt, right back to Medic, over to Hargrove, 2 out. Brings up Munson at 259, 2 homers, and 49 RBI. Doc delivers right back up the box. Fielded by Medic over to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 1. The Rangers and Yankees are scoreless in the Bronx. Or skyless in the Bronx. Yep. Loverboy music that Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley dance to. Everybody working for the weekend. That will not be on my forthcoming album, by the way. Al Oliver leads off the second with Bonds and Lowenstein to follow. Oliver at 317, 11 homers and 54 RBI. To third, Nettles gets it off the bag. Quickly gathers himself, throws to first, and Oliver is retired. Lorenzo. DC will love this in a couple of weeks. Lorenzo's reading both the Action PC main manual and strategy guide for the basketball game. Going to play the entire 67-68 ABA season and want to have the game down pat. Was that the first year of the ABA? Is that collaboration with Taylor Swift? Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Awesome, Lorenzo. Taylor and I are going to butcher our song together. Here's Bobby Bonds at 240, 12 homers and 46 RBI. And there's a fly ball to left. Back goes Piniella. Long gone. So the Rangers get first blood, and Bobby Bonds has hit his 13th of the year. So the drive for a 30-30 with the Rangers is still on. He actually hit that into the wind at 19, and Piniella could just turn and watch it go. So right down Broadway was the pitch, and it's 1-0 Texas. Here's Lowenstein at 231, 6 homers and 21 RBI. Lady Gaga may or may not make an appearance. Depends on what kind of meat clothing I wear. Struck him out, got away from Munson, throws down to Chambliss for the out on the 2-2. First strikeout for Figueroa. And there's 2 out. So he brings up Toby Harrah at 247, 5 homers and 36 RBI. So the Oakland Oaks will be represented. It's a year Pittsburgh had a team too, right? In the ABA, weren't they the Condors? Pitch to Harrah is into center field. Rivers is there, and that will retire the side. Bobby Bonds hits a solo shot. The first hit for anybody. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Texas. And now I'll bring up Reggie Jackson at 297, 17 homers, and 59 RBI. Pitch to Reggie is a ground ball base hit right side. Bonds will pick it up. Oh, no, that they were the Pipers. Okay. Brings up Lou Piniella at 282, 2 homers, and 35 RBI. Did they have the 3-point shot from the get-go? Pitch to Lou. Ground ball to Hargrove. His only play is to first. He takes it himself, and Pinella's retired. Jackson moves to second. 1 out for Chambliss at 277 homers and 57 RBI. And Pittsburgh had the great Connie Hawkins, and I'm assuming he's singing yes for the 3-point shot. ABA also, you could not foul out. Got 7 fouls, too, if I remember correctly. Yep. And I was going to say in a 30-second shot clock. If you had a personal foul above the limit, which I think was 7, it counted as a technical, and so you got free throws the other way. Pitch to Chambliss is into left center field. Beniquez is there. Jackson will go back and hold 2 out. Craig Nettles at 329, 19 homers and 66 RBI. So not only a revolutionary league, the old ABA, but they really shook up the old guard. And of course, what you know them for most is the red, white, and blue basketball. Pitch to Nettles is a ground ball to Wills over to Hargrove, and that will retire the side. So the Yankees leave Reggie on. He got the hit, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. After 2, 1-0 Rangers. So here are the standings in the American League. Texas has won 3 straight. They are now within 2 in the loss column of Kansas City. California is 3 back, Minnesota 4 back, the White Sox 6.5. Texas actually a better team on the road at 28-21 than they are in Arlington. Yankees by 1 over Milwaukee and 3 over Baltimore, and that really is the race. The Red Sox are pretty much toast, and the Yankees have already played 55 on the road. In the National League, the Dodgers have lost 3 straight, and Cincinnati has won 3 straight. That's a race again. That's 4 games. I still think the Dodgers win and win comfortably. And Pittsburgh has won 8 straight, and they lead Philly by 2. Great times, Lorenzo says, as he was on the playgrounds a lot in the late 60s. And many of them emulated being some ABA stars and an annual budget of only $500,000. Crazy, huh? So here's Bump Wills. He's at 251, 9 homers and 33 RBI. It's really windy. 23 from left to right. Chambliss and Nettles play for the bunt. Swing and a high fly ball to shallow right. Reggie comes in, 1 out. Brings up Campaneris at 243, 3 homers and 44 RBI. I would expect that will be a night game on Sunday. So 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Ground ball to Chambliss. Takes it to the bag himself, and Campaneris has retired, 2 out. Mike Hargrove is 0 for 1. So Figueroa threw 9 batters, 2 2/3 innings, 32 pitches. The solo shot to Bonds, that was it in a strikeout. And Hargrove laces this one to right in the waiting arms of Reggie Jackson. And now the wind has changed direction. It's now out to left center at 23. Sunday is the next one. And I don't want to give you a date on the second one because I don't know what day I'm skipping for my mother. So Sunday evening, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Roy White at 252. 4 homers and 24 RBI. Ball 4. The other game I know is against San Francisco, but I'm just not sure when. As we start August in the replay. So a no-out walk to Dent. Bucky at 243. 3 homers and 17 RBI. Ground ball to third. Harrah to Wills for 1. Over to Hargrove. And Bucky beat it out. So just the 1 out. 5-4 on the fielder's choice, and that brings up Mickey Rivers. Yeah, don't lose the note. Don't lose the number, Ricky. Just don't lose that number. Mickey Rivers is 0 for 1. Medic threw 2 1/3 innings. 37 pitches. A hit and a walk. 10-game hitting streak for Rivers to right and foul. So somebody from the Bronx made that catch. Good-sized crowd here at Yankee Stadium. Big ball game for both teams. Into left center, Beniquez will make the catch. Dent goes back to first. And there's 2 out for Randolph, who's 0 for 1. And there's a ground ball right up the box. Medic over to Hargrove, and that will retire the side. So Dent is left on. Second Yankee runner stranded. We go to the fourth. Texas 1, the Yankees nothing. So the ballpark playing big tonight. -3 the batting average to lefties, -8 to righties. Home runs, it's a short porch for a lefty, +32. But for a righty in the Death Valley, it's -10%. Beniquez is 0 for 1. Popped up, left side, Dent, 1 out. So, yeah, Monday Night Baseball, it would be. And again, I Lorenzo got mad at us yesterday, but I really think the biggest ballpark difference-wise between day and night was and is Dodger Stadium. Pitch to Sundberg is into left field. Down goes Pernilla, makes the catch. 2 out for Oliver, who's 0 for 1. Figueroa from the wind, and there's a base hit left center field. Oliver's on with the 2-out single, and Big Clue is probably right due to the big temperature difference after sundown. I would think so, although I guess you can consider Southern California a desert. You would think that would be the case in Phoenix as well. But the roof is closed so much there for the Diamondbacks, I'm not sure it matters. Bobby Bonds with a solo shot his first time up. 1 for 1. Runner on first, ground ball base hit. Oliver stops at second. He's going to try for third. Rivers has come in. He's going to throw it to Nettles. They're going to try the throw. It's in time, but no. Oliver slid under the tag. So Rangers have the runners in the corners for Lowenstein, who's struck out his first time up. The lone strikeout victim for Figueroa. Lorenzo would know that. What direction does a batter face at Chavez Ravine? I believe it's east. Don't hold me to that. Lorenzo can tell you. Pitch to Lowenstein. Ball 4. So the bases are loaded. Figueroa snaps the ball back in his glove for Toby Harrah, who's 0 for 1. I think most ballparks it's east, isn't it? Just to get out of the setting sun. Jamie rooting for the Rangers. And they have them loaded here. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Oliver, Bonds, and Lowenstein on base. Single would score Bonds. I don't know. You're familiar with Dodger Stadium? He asks if he's a GPS device. There's a ballpark in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, that faces west. And they have to stop at twilight because the sun gets in the batter's eyes. There's a ground ball to Dent. He flips it to Randolph, and the Rangers will leave him loaded. So no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Texas. I would imagine so. Isn't that why a lefty pitcher are called southpaws? Because he's facing south. Very clever, Jamie. Yes. Yeah, because obviously Dodger Stadium was built after lights were common. And remember, back in the 60s and early 70s, most places had 8 o'clock starts. Local time, not the 8 o'clock American television start. Munson's 0 for 1. And he laces that one into left field. Oliver will pick it up on a hop, and that's the second hit for the Yankees. Brings up Reggie. 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. If they had turned Dodger Stadium around the other way, you would have gotten a much nicer view of the Los Angeles skyline. Instead, you get that nice view of the 76 station out in center field. Pitch to Jackson. Ball 4. Actually, Dodger Stadium is gorgeous. Built or terraced into the hills of Chavez Ravine. Here's Piniella. He's 0 for 1. So Munson on second, Jackson on first. Piniella's sitting on a 9-game hitting streak. So lots of level entrances into Dodger Stadium. And of course, being a California park, it was designed for people with cars, which certainly was not the case at Ebbets Field. Early 70 games in Detroit, Mr. Forsberg said, started at 8:30. Wow. That's late. Pitch to Piniella. Ground ball to Medic. He goes to third. And they get Munson. Hara was expecting that one, and there's one out. So that brings up Chambliss, who's 0 for 1. Medic with a good read on the slow runner. And Medic just threw over to Hara to get the out. So Jackson on second, Piniella on first. Hard to believe, but it's true, that Dodger Stadium is the third oldest park in the majors. And now the last privately funded park until AT&T in San Francisco, which faces San Francisco Bay. Pitch to Chambliss. Here's a liner in the right field. That's going to be extra bases. Jackson will score. Piniella will hold it third. And Chambliss is on with a double. We're tied at 1. Brings up Nettles, who's 0 for 1. Yeah, they just take forever now. Which you would think not because of all the strikeouts. But so many more pitches in today's game. Pitch to Nettles is a high fly ball to right. Bonds will snag it. Piniella will tag. They're going to run on Bonds. Bonds throws it in the infield, and it's 2-1 New York. So the Yankees push across another run. And that brings up White, who walked his first time up. In the left center field, Beniquez is there. And he dives and makes a fantastic catch to retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 5th. The Yankees 2, the Rangers 1. Now, who owns this ballpark? It'll be Wills, who's 0 for 1. What are the 2 oldest? Fenway and Wrigley. Bump Wills is 0 for 1. Playing for the bunt. Wills will swing. Nettles picks it up. He's got to hurry. Chambliss by the bag, and Wills is out on a bang-banger. Nettles had to go to his left, almost in foul territory, and just flung it for all he was worth over to Chambliss. Here's Campaneris. He's 0 for 1. He drops a bunt. Figueroa to Randolph. 2 out. Brings up Hargrove, who's 0 for 2. So Figueroa, 18 batters, 4 2/3 innings, 66 pitches, 3 hits, a home run, a walk, and a strikeout. So Bonds with a home run. When it was Wegman Park, they were the first tenant for the Chicago Whales of the Federal League. They were not, the stadium was not built for the Chicago Cubs. Hargrove slices that one down to Chambliss. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. And so we're going to go to the break. No runs, no hits, no errors. Halfway home here at the Bronx. It's the Yankees 2, the Rangers 1. So if you joined us late, here's how we got here. Bobby Bonds, a solo shot in the second, made it 1-0 Texas. That's his 13th homer since coming over from the White Sox. For the Yankees, Chris Chambliss doubled home Reggie Jackson to tie the game, and then Nettles with a sac fly to make it 2-1, and that's how we got here. Figueroa threw 19 batters, 5 innings, 3 hits in the run. Doc Medic, 4 innings, 3 hits, and 2 runs. Both teams have 3 hits. Lorenzo found a site that tests how good you are identifying every park by its satellite image. How'd you do on that? Jamie says that would be interesting. Not sure how easy it would be to guess on too many. Okay. And Big Clue says, and yet former Cub Joe Tinker was the home team manager for the first game ever played at Weigman. So there you go. And I'm sure just on that, just even talking about Joe Tinker is something you'd never hear on a Fortnite stream. Bucky Dent, by the way, is 0 for 1. Into right, Bonds comes in, 1 out. Brings up Rivers, Mickey's 0 for 2. Medic through 18 batters, 4 1/3 innings, 78 pitches, 3 hits and 2 walks. Both the runs are earned. Texas plays for the bunt. Rivers swings away and misses on an 0-2 fastball at 86, and that's strike 3. So the first strikeout for Medic, and there's 2 out for Randolph. Yeah, I think so. What'd Bucky do to get run out of town? Rivers, I believe, spoke up after ball 4 and found his way to Arlington. Interesting. Lorenzo looked it up. Baseball Almanac has diagrams that show the ballpark orientations. So to answer my question, batters in Dodger Stadium face northeast. They face Brooklyn. Isn't that interesting? Randolph 0 for 2. Popped up. Wills has it, and that will retire the side. Yanks go in order. We go to the 6th, 2-1 Bombers. I bet that's the case in most stadiums. Juan Beniquez is 0 for 2. Same thing in football stadiums. The gridiron are put out in a pattern that does not have teams facing the sun. Figueroa starts the 6th with a ground ball to Chambliss. He'll underhand it to Figueroa, and Beniquez is now 0 for 3. Brings up Sundberg is 0 for 2. Actually, there is quite a bit of variation. Okay. Sundberg, base hit left side. Pinella will pick it up. Sundberg grounded that in the hole. 4th hit for the Rangers. Here's Oliver. Al is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Into right field. Back goes Reggie. Off the wall. Sundberg will round 3rd. Jackson's going to pick it up. He's throwing home. Randolph cuts it off. The throw to Munson is in time. I thought Sundberg had slid past the tag, but Munson had the ball. Munson shows the home plate umpire, and Sundberg is out. So what a strike from Randolph to get Sundberg. 9-4-2 on the play. And Oliver is on second. Brings up Bobby Bonds, who's 2 for 2. He's singled and homered. His 13th with the Rangers and driven in 47. And there's a ground ball base hit left side. Oliver will round 3rd, and he's going to try and score. Pinella flings it home. Oliver is safe. We're tied at 2. So 2 runs and 6 hits and no errors for Texas. They left 3 on so far. The Yankees 2 runs, 3 hits and no errors, and they've left on 3. According to Wikipedia, Jamie says, Dent was traded for Lee Mazzilli in 1982. Remember, he returns to the Yankees in '84. Cincinnati's home plate faces southeast. And Lorenzo rooting for the Rangers so the Dodgers can keep the best record in baseball. Won't mean anything. World Series starts in the National League Park. Lowenstein's 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. The lone walk and strikeout for Eddie Figueroa. Pitch to John. Struck him out. So an 0-2, swung on and missed to 85. The Rangers tie the ball game on a run and 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 the score. Munson 1 for 2. Jackson and Piniella to follow. Munson has a single. Ground ball to first. Hargrove takes it to the bag. Poor Mike, who's not here to defend himself. Everybody's rooting against the Yankees. An incidental, quasi-irrelevant fact. Okay. I'll think of one. Here's Jackson. He's 1 for 1. He has walked, singled, and scored. Up the middle, a base hit. Here's Lou Piniella. Lou is 0 for 2. He scored a run. The Reggie bar was made by the Clark Candy Company. And the wrappers were the same color. Orange. And there's your incidental, quasi-irrelevant fact. Medic deals. Piniella swings and misses. Strike 3. He offered at an 0-2 fastball, and that's the second one for the doctor. So Jackson on first, 2 out. Oh, you know, you may be right. Clark bars were being wrapped as red. Okay. I don't think I ever had one. I like the Reggie bars. They're essentially a Goo Goo cluster. How do you not like chocolate caramel and nuts? Pitch to throw to first, Reggie back. Where'd you grow up, Jamie? In Florida? Pitch to Chambliss is into right field. Bonds is there, and that will retire the side. Yankees get no runs. They leave a runner on the single by Jackson and no errors. We've played 6. It's Texas 2, the Yankees 2. So Hara, Wills, and Campaneris. Oh, okay. Toby Harris 0 for 2. Grew up in the D.C. area and went to school in California. Yeah. It was Reggie and his smug attitude. He pitched a camera, too. I believe it was a Canon, right? No one loved Reggie more than Reggie. Pitch to Hara is strike 3. Figueroa got him just below the belt. Hara caught looking on a 1-2, and that brings up Bump Wills, who is 0 for 2. We're not going to play for the bunt. 1 out. 2-2 the score, top the 7th. He pops it up behind the plate. Munson takes off the mask. Has it for the out. 2 away. Brings up Bert Campaneris. I see Bob Shepard kind of creeping over towards the organ. Bob's going to play Take Me Out to the Ball Game today. Campy's 0 for 2. Struck him out. Stretch time here in the Bronx. 2-2. So 2 strikeouts for Figueroa. Makes it 2-2 in the 7th. All right, Reggie was a bigger you-know-what than Barry Bonds ever was, but the press in the early 90s crucified him as being an egomaniac, spearheaded by Tom Verducci at Sports Illustrated. Lorenzo says, here is an interesting fact. MLB Rule 1.04 states the playing field. It is desirable that the line from home base, and remember, it is a base, to the pitcher's plate, and that's the technical name for the rubber, is a plate, to the second base shall run east-northeast. So all roads point to Brooklyn, unless, of course, you're the Red Sox or the Expos. Jamie says, my mom's family was from Massachusetts, and Grandma used to say the two best teams were the Red Sox and whoever was playing the Yankees. I agree. A rule that is often ignored due to locations, we're going back to Lorenzo now, of owners' boxes and other reasons. But that would put the sun pretty much into right field and away from the left and center fielders. So Nettles is 0 for 1. He drove in a run in the fourth. Here's the pitch. In the left, Oliver, 1 out. Brings up Roy White, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. You're the one that sent yourself down there. I just found it was kind of curious. And of course, don't forget, the sun doesn't set directly due west every night. As the Earth's rotations wobble and the sun shifts up and down in the sky, it changes nightly. There's no 2 days on the... Never mind, won't go into that one. Pitch to White, who's 0 for 1, and there's a base hit into right field. So White with a single, 5th hit for the Yankees. Yeah, you definitely won't hear that on a Fortnite stream for sure. I wish I had Neil deGrasse Tyson's bank account. Bucky Dance 0 for 2. You think Neil actually calls baseball games in his spare time? Sundberg and Medic try to get on the same page. Some signs are changed. Medic throws, and Dent sends this one the opposite way. Oliver will grab it on a hop. White on third. And that'll do it for Medic, as Jim Umbarger comes in to pitch. Am I really Tyson in disguise? No, I'm not. And I won't read the rest of that. That's mean. Jim Umbarger making his 25th appearance on the year. He's 2-4 with an ERA of 4.31. This will be his 5th time out against the Yankees, and the Yankees have spanked him. 1 start, 7 1/3 innings, 16 hits, 10 runs, all earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 5. He's 0-1 with an ERA of 12.27. His last time out was against the Red Sox on the 27th, 4 days ago. Went 2 innings and walked the batter. 64 2/3 innings, 70 hits. 6 homers, 35 runs, 31 earned. He's walked 34 and struck out 48. All right, Dave is Oliver Hardy and I'm Stan Laurel. I'll read that. We're taping, by the way, an episode of Digital Dice this afternoon. Fastball for Umbarger is at 91, and he's a ground ball pitcher. And so, how do you learn a new game? That's the topic. And I said it just as Big Blue flashed it in front of me. So, White on third, Dent on first. Rivers is 0 for 3. Yes, it's called Yankee fans. Pitch to Rivers. Ground ball foul, first base side. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It's called Philadelphia Eagles fans. So the count is 0-2. Send your cards and letters too. Rivers is struck out. He's 0 for 3. And Wills, he got the double play. White will try and score. Campaneris for 1, and there's no throw to first. And so the Yankees go up 3-2. That too. Dave Little is wonderful with the basketball stuff. We did a podcast with him because he does draft leagues for Strat. And of course, he's a pretty big in the wrestling community too. Oh, okay. So are you doing everybody from the AB, Lorenzo, or just the Oaks? Randolph is 0 for 3. 2 out, 3-2 Yankees, bottom of the 7th. And there's a ground ball to Wills. He flips it over to Hargrove, and that will retire the side. No, 1 run on 2 hits and no errors. The Yankees pull ahead. We go to the 8th, 3-2 New York. All right, so he's going to send the whole season and play the Oaks. Okay. Who was that? We had a sports anchor in D.C. that one night came on and said, no sports tonight, just basketball. Yeah, you got to stay out of the gulag for sure. Was it Glenn Brenner or George Michael? And I don't remember who the anchor was on Channel 7. Mike Hargrove is 0 for 3, so Figueroa 27 batters, 102 pitches, 7 innings, 6 hits, a home run. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And there's a high fly ball to right. Jackson will watch it hit the wall. Hargrove's going to hold it second, and the Rangers had the tying run on already. Ah, Glenn Brenner. Okay, he was a minor league baseball player, died much too young. And Frank Herzog was on ABC Channel 7 or Touchdown, Washington Redskins. Beniquez is 0 for 3. Pitcher Figueroa. There's a fly ball to right. Jackson will get there in the gap. Hargrove will hold at second, 1 out. So the bullpen will start up soon. Figueroa at 112 pitches. Sundberg 1 for 3, but was thrown out at third. That hit was a single. There's a ground ball to Dent over to Chambliss. And there's 2 out. Hargrove to hold. So we'll see. Figueroa, if he can get Oliver, might get a shot here at the complete game. Oliver 2 for 3. Remember, Hargrove the tying run on second. Oliver has singled, doubled, and scored. Up the middle, a base hit. Hargrove will round third and score. And we are tied at 3. Bobby Bonds is 3 for 3. A solo shot, that came in the second. And he drove in the run in the 6th. So the go-ahead run is on first. So Umbarger and Figueroa now are the pitchers of record. Pitch to Bobby. Into center. Rivers will dive. And Mickey can't make the play. Bonds has got 2. Oliver's on third. 2 out. Dudley Hargrove scored. And so Bob Lemon coming to get Figueroa. Here comes Gossage. The Goose, 39th appearance, 5-4, and 23 RBI saves. Saves, Ron. 2.11 is ERA. Against the Rangers, his 5th appearance, 7 1/3 innings, 4 hits. A run it was earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 6. 3 of those saves have come against Texas. His last time out was yesterday against the Twins, so he's going for the 3rd day in a row and 5th time in 6 days. Inning in the 3rd, a hit. Overall, 72 2/3 innings, 46 hits, 6 homers, 18 runs, 17 earned. He has walked 24 and struck out 64. He is a fly ball plus pitcher. The wind, by the way, blowing out to dead center at 24. And he flings the fastball at 95. Oh, Tribe Fan says Mike Hargrove's real name is Dudley Michael Hargrove, which anyone with an Apple card could have told me. Something I'm sure I've mentioned in the stream before. So not named after Dudley Do-Right. Greetings, Nell. So Lowenstein has struck out twice. Gossage trying to hold this to a 3-3 game. I did not know that. Did you know that, Ed? No, sir. Not at all. That's some weird, wild stuff. Pitch to Lowenstein. Struck him out. Carson got him to tip it in the waiting glove of Thurman Munson. And the Rangers leave 2 on in scoring position. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Texas and the Yankees tied at 3. So Munson, Jackson, and Piniella to face Umbarger here in the 8th. Thurman is 1 for 3. So Hargrove was born 12 years before Dudley Do-Right aired, so not so much. I'll take your word for it. Pitch to Munson into right center field. Beniquez trying to fight the wind makes the catch 1 out. And that brings up Reginald Martinez Jackson, who has walked and singled twice. Ground ball to second. Wills deep in the hole throws it to Hargrove, 2 out. So Piniella is 0 for 3. Hara, Wills, and Campaneris for the Rangers in the 9th. Hey, if it's in Wikipedia, it can't be wrong, right? Oh, sure. Pitch to Piniella. Sharp bounder to Hargrove. Dudley takes it to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 9th. I'll wait for the lawsuits for that one. Texas 3, the Yankees 3. Dudley did right. So Hara, Wills, and Campaneris to face Gossage here in the 9th. And then the Yankees will counter with Chambliss, Nettles, and Roy Hoyt. Hara is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pitch from Gossage is a liner to left. Piniella, 1 out. Let's hope this doesn't go 14 again. Here's Bump Wills. He's 0 for 3. Pitch from Gossage. Here's a liner to center. Rivers, 2 out. Campaneris is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So Gossage from the full wind to third. Nettles, no sir. Campy beat that out. The throw pulled him off the bag, and they're saying that's an E5. Nettles grumbles about the call because I'm not sure he would have had Campaneris anyway. So they're gonna, see it here? You can hear him? The cat has survived an alarm going off. So here's Hargrove. He's 1 for 4. He's doubled and scored. Throw to first. Campaneris back. Pitch to Hargrove. There goes Campy. The throw down to Dent. They got him! So Campaneris is thrown out trying to steal. And Fort Bliss. I spent time in Las Cruces in 79 and 80. Yep, Dodgers played at the Coliseum from 58 to 61. So Chambliss, Nettles, and White to face Umbarger here in the 9th. 3-3 the score. Pitch to Chambliss is a slow roller to Wills over to first, 1 out. Brings up Nettles, who's 0 for 2. Also has an RBI. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Rangers. They've left 6 on. Yep, the cat has woken up. The Yankees, 3 runs, 6 hits, an error, and they've left 5 on. Pitch to Nettles is a line drive right to... No, it drops in front of Bonds. Nettles goes for 2, and he's there. Bonds tried to make the great play. It bounded past him, Peckham, and the Yankees had the winning run on second, 1 out for White. With Dent to follow. So the crowd here in New York is on their collective feet. Umbarger pitches, ball 4. And now it's up to Dent. Bucky 1 for 3. Rivers on deck, 1 out. 3-3 the score. Pitch up the middle. Umbarger's got it. Wills for 1. There is no throw to first. So Dent is on the fielder's choice. It goes 1-4. So Nettles on third. Dent on first. Mickey is 0 for 4. He has an RBI and a strikeout and has driven home 7 game winners this year. And now that wind is howling out at 28. Pitch to first. Hargrove has it, steps on the bag, and you get some more bonus baseball. How about that? The Yankees strand 2. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the 10th. It's 3-3. So Hargrove, Beniquez, and Sundberg to face Gossage here in the 10th inning. The Yankees will counter with Randolph, Munson, and Jackson. And we're going to stand by just for a minute. Put in that overtime. You betcha. Hargrove 1 for 4. Has doubled in score. And that's true. Mendoza would join the Rangers, but not in 1978. In the left center, but that's Death Valley, and Piniella makes the catch, 1 out. Brings up Juan Beniquez, who's 0 for 4. Gossage delivers. Struck him out. 2-2 at 94. Beniquez just kind of swung at that one outside the zone, and there's 2 out. Brings up Sundberg, who's 1 for 4. The wind has calmed down. It's true, he did play for the Rangers. Base hit up the middle. Rivers will pick it up. So Sundberg is on. Yeah, Wally Moon. Mr. Unibrow of his day, the moonshots in that netting in left field. It was like 251 in the corner, right? Here's Oliver. Al is 3 for 4. He has singled twice, doubled, and drove in a run. His 55th. So it must have been right field because... No, left field because Moon was a left-handed hitter. Yep, and so all of them would go the opposite way. Well, Dodger Stadium wasn't ready, and Wrigley Field, which is where the Angels played in '61, was considered too small by O'Malley. And I think Wrigley Field only held like 26,000. It was their PCL part. Sundberg goes. It's going to be an out. So Munson throw it down to second. Why they were trying to steal Sundberg is beyond me. It must have been a blown hit and run. Munson gets the out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 10th. It's still 3-3. Yeah, I've heard nothing but nice things about Wally Moon. So Randolph, Thurman, Munson, and Reggie Jackson to face Umbarger here in the 10th. Willie's 0 for 4. Umbarger delivers. Strike 3. Swung on and missed an 84-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's the first strikeout from Umbarger. Brings up Munson, who's 1 for 4. If we go to the 11th, Oliver, Bonds, and Lowenstein. Ground ball to short. Campaneris with matched hits over to Hargrove for the out. 2 away. You wanted the pitcher's duel yesterday. You're getting one today. Umbarger's already thrown 3 in the 3rd innings. What is it, Anthony Perkins? Now the Lakers. He was drafted by the Pelicans. Kid's richer than anything, but he's got one heck of a unibrow. Reggie is 2 for 3. Now has 100 hits on the year. He singled twice, walked, and scored. Yep, Kentucky star. Pitch. Reggie sends this one into right center. Back goes Bonds. That's going to be off the top of the wall, and the winning run is on second. Yep. Not Perkins. Daniels, right? What's his name? So here's Piniella. Jackson the winning run on. Piniella, Anthony Davis. Okay. Piniella has driven in 5 game winners on the year. 35 in total. He's 0 for 4. He has scored once. That won't matter unless he homers. And has struck out. Umbarger from the stretch. Ground ball to Hargrove. Takes it to the bag himself, and that is the side. So no runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the 11th. We're 25 innings the last 2 days. How about that? Texas 3, the Yankees 3. So it brings up Al Oliver, who is 3 for 4. Gossage is in his 3rd full inning. Singled twice as Oliver, doubled, and drove in a run and scored. You're getting your money's worth. Pitch to Oliver. Line drive right in the waiting arms of Willie Randolph. 1 away. Bobby Bonds, solo shot in the 2nd. He's 4 for 4. He actually needs a triple for the cycle. He's got a .6 chance of doing that. Yep, Ron literally taking care of business and working overtime. Anthony Perkins, one of the worst jobs portraying a ball player in Fear Strikes Out, the Jimmy Pearsall story. And De Niro and Bang the Drum Slowly. Pitch to Bonds. That won't be a triple. And we're going to do that again. That goes out of play, first base side. And somebody from Ozone Park, New York, made that catch. Pitch to Bonds. Struck him out. Gossage got him on an 0-2. Fastball at 97. So 2 out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Gossage. Yep, that would be a 4 in cricket. Here's Lowenstein. John is 0 for 3 and has taken the strikeout all 3 times. Gossage deals. Ball 4. So brings up Toby Harrah, who's 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Throw to first. Lowenstein is back. Pitch. There goes Lowenstein, and John's going to steal it without a throw. That's his 10th of the year. Munson just kind of pointing to Randolph. They're going to do the Wheel of Fortune play. A 1-0 count to Harrah. Throw to second. Randolph got him back. So 1-0 count to Harrah. 2 outs, top of the 11th. And a 3-3 tie. Ball 4. So runners on first and second for Bump Wills, who is 0 for 4. 2 out. Lowenstein on second. Harrah on first. Munson and Gossage change a couple signs around. Little number down to third. Nettles across the way, and that should and will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Texas Rangers strand 2. Bottom of the 11th, 3-3. So Chambliss, who hits lefties better than he does righties, Nettles and White here in the 11th. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They've left 8 on. The Yankees, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error, and they've left 8 on. And in the eternal words of Dick Van Patten, 8 is enough. Pitch to Chambliss. Here's a little slow rubber. Campaneris has it on the grass over to first, and Chambliss is retired. Brings up Nettles, who's 1 for 3. He has doubled and driven in a run. Now is 67 RBI. Struck him out. He got him on an 0-2. Swinging. And now I'll bring up White. It was 1 for 2. He has walked twice and scored. And singled. Here's the pitch. Right up the box and off the glove of Umbarger. And so that's the first error for the Rangers, and White is on. He's the winning run. And that brings up Dent, who was 1 for 4. He has singled once. Throw to first, White back. 76 degrees. It's a beautiful, comfortable night. Van Patten, one of only 2 men to use 1, 2, 3, 4 as his luggage combination. I like that. That's funny. Pitch to Bucky is a high fly ball to right, but that will stay in the yard. Bonds is there, and that will retire the side. The band plays on. No runs, no hits, and 1 error. We go to the 12th, 3-3. Campaneris, Hargrove, and Beniquez. And now you got to wonder who the Yankees are going to throw out there. Maybe Gossage's last inning for sure. Struck him out. Got Campy to swing on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. That's his 4th. Brings up Hargrove, who is 1 for 5. He has doubled and scored. Up the middle, a base hit. Hargrove will round first and hold. So Gossage is now at 56 pitches. Beniquez is 0 for 5 with a strikeout. 1 out, top the 12th. Struck him out. He chased a breaking ball outside the zone at 87. And that'll bring up Jim Sundberg, who is 2 for 5. He has singled twice. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, a base hit. A poor play by Dent, and Hargrove moves to third. And now I'll bring up Oliver. And I don't think they have much choice. I think they got to go with Sparky, who has pitched 3 out of the last 4 days. They could go with Ken Clay if they need to, but he's pitched 2 straight days. So they go lefty on lefty here. 42nd appearance for Lyle. He's 10-2 with a save and an ERA of 3.34. He is a tired pitcher. 5 times against his future team, the Texas Rangers. 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits. 2 runs it was earned and a walk. Hold on 1 second. Thomas Elvis, how are you? Anyway, so he's got an ERA of 7.71. Yep, just let her out. The cat has now escaped the bedroom. Lyle went yesterday. 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, a run, it was earned. Now has thrown 67 in a 1/3 inning, 75 hits, 6 home runs allowed, 26 runs, 25 earned. Has walked 17 and struck out 21. Oliver 3 for 5. He has singled twice, doubled, drove in a run, and scored. 3-3, 2 outs, top the 12th. Into center, Rivers is going to run out of room. That's gone. So the Rangers put a 3 spot on the board off of Lyle. And sometimes you do the right thing and it doesn't work. So Oliver hits his 12th of the year right into that wind at 22, and there wasn't a blessed thing Rivers could do. So it's 6-3 Rangers with 2 outs. I think he did hit the bull. Here's Bobby Bonds. Bobby is 4 for 5 with a double, a homer. That was a solo shot, by the way, and 2 RBI. Pitch to Bobby, struck him out. He's still needing a triple for the cycle, won't get it. Lyle on the 2-2, just below the belt looking. But the Rangers have 3 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the 12, or bottom of the 12, 6-3 Texas. So again, Umbarger, who's starting to tire himself, to face Rivers, Randolph, and Munson. Rivers is 0 for 5. He's also driven in a run. Umbarger's pitch, Mickey into right field. That's gone. No doubt about it. In the bleachers in right center. And Mickey now has an 11-game hitting streak. Umbarger just kind of hung that one, and Mickey just made him pay. And it's 6-4. Nobody out for Randolph. 0 for 5 with a strikeout. Umbarger 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, the homer, the 1 earned run. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. He has pitched a whale of a game. Randolph down the line and left. He's going for 2. He's going for 3. That hit the chalk. It was fair. Oliver got it. Randolph was out of there like a shot. And the Yankees now have the tying run at the plate. Nobody out. For Munson, who's 1 for 5. Umbarger delivers. Base hit up the middle. And that'll do it for Umbarger. It's 6-5. The tying run is on first. Reggie Jackson coming to the plate. And here comes Len Barker. Glenn, the Arlington representative of the Bongwater Drinking Society, making his 24th appearance of the year. He is 2-3 with a save and an ERA of 5.94. This is so fixed. Yeah, I just press buttons. That's all. Because really, this Red Sox fan wants the Yankees to win. Barker has faced the Yankees 3 times. 1 inning. No hits. A run it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Last pitch last night against the White Sox. 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He got the win, by the way. A walk and 3 strikeouts. So 33 1/3 innings, 35 hits, 3 home runs. 25 runs, 22 earned. He's walked 32 and struck out 25. Fastball at 94. The Rangers guard the lines. Munson does not have good speed. Hara and Hargrove hug the lines. They need 3 outs. Pitch to Jackson. Popped up. There's 1. Wills behind the bag, 1 away. Here's Piniella. I bet this is a hit. 0 for 5. He has scored and struck out. Again, Texas guards the lines. And there's a base hit right center field. Munson will hold at second. Piniella on at first. And that'll bring up Chris Chambliss, who was 1 for 5. He doubled and drove in run number 58. Yep, the Yankees are as resilient as the Terminator, which is what I thought they were, Amish Elvis, when I was growing up. So 1 out, but Texas is set up for the double play. And it's a fly ball to left. Oliver is there. 2 out. Munson will hold. And now they're going to make another pitching change. They're not going to pitch to Nettles with Barker. It's Paul Mirabella. Yet like the Cowboys, especially in the Roger days. So lefty versus lefty. Mirabella only making his 3rd appearance of the year. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 14.54. He's pitched twice against the White Sox. Once as a start where he was just, oh my gosh, 7 runs in 2 2/3 innings. An inning and 2/3 on the 30th against the White Sox with a strikeout. So 4 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs all earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 2. His throw is a ground ball. Texas will take that in a New York minute, and the fastball goes at 96. You aren't pinch hitting for Nettles. So as Jamie says, it's all or nothing right here. White on deck. Munson the winning tying run on second. Piniella the winning run on first. Here's the pitch. The line drive to left. Oliver makes the catch, and the Rangers win the ball game. The Yankees huff. The Yankees puff. But the Yankees can't blow the Texas Rangers house down. And it's 6-5. So Al Oliver is our digital dice player of the game. 4 for 6 with 4 RBI. Umbarger goes to 3 and 4. 4 2/3 innings, a tremendous relief. 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Gossage will take the loss. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Yep, that's 3. And Sparky Lyle gave up the home run. So, thank you, sir. 6 runs, 13 hits, an error for Texas. 5 runs, 12 hits, an error for the Yankees. And so the Strangers go to 57 and 47. The Yankees fall to 61 and 43. You're welcome. All right, the rest of the day in baseball. The Dodgers play the Padres, by the way. San Francisco and plays Houston. Cincinnati plays Atlanta. So those are the ones that are there. No, the Dodgers scores last because the Dodgers are last on the list. Kansas City loses to Cleveland, so a big game for Texas. Rick Waits gets the win. He goes to 8-9. Amos Otis with a 16th home run. Montreal 6, Pittsburgh 1. Ross Grimsley goes to 14 and 7. Bert Blyleven takes the loss for Pittsburgh. Philadelphia 6, the Yankees 2. The Mets 2. That'd be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Ron Reed goes to 4 and 2. Nina Espinosa 7 and 11. Mike Schmidt hits his 12th of the year. Baltimore 4, Milwaukee 3. They are now even in the win column at 59. Don Stanhouse goes to 8 and 3. Jerry Travers probably is the single reason why Milwaukee won't win the division. He's 1 and 11. Jim Wolford 2 for 3 with the stolen base. Tigers beat the Blue Jays 6-4. Jack Bellingham goes to 6 and 10. Rusty Staub with his 18th homer drove in 5. The Tigers had 23 hits. Atlanta shuts out Cincinnati. Phil Niekro 14 and 9. Gilbreth 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Red Sox beat the White Sox. Eckersley goes to 10 and 9. The final score there is 7-3. Carlton Fisk 2 homers. Now it's 15 on the year. Jim Rice has driven in 100 runs this year. It's funny. I looked down and saw that just as you said, well, Ron Soldo sold to Jim Rice years ago. Yes, I do. California beats Oakland 3-2. Frank Tanana goes to 11 and 6. Horton 2 for 4 with a double. And finally from San Diego. But first, have I told you about Patreon and how wonderful it is and all that? Yada, yada, yada. Patreon.com. Retro Sports Network. How can Ron be bought? Patreon.com, of course. I'll even show it to you on the screen. San Diego 5, Los Angeles 3. Rasmussen gets the win. Roden takes the loss. Nothing else there to show. But with Houston's win and Cincinnati's loss, the lead is still 4. And so the Dodgers still hold a half-game lead over the Yankees for the best record in baseball. Rasputin, whatever. San Diego hosts Los Angeles Sunday night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, and I'm going to run the Padres. Think of that what you will. Other standings, Pittsburgh has a 1-game lead over Philadelphia. The Yankees by 1 over the Brewers, 2 over Baltimore. Kansas City and Texas are tied. California 2 back, Minnesota 3.5 back, Chicago 6.5 back. All right, Marcia, thanks for watching. And so for the rest of you, we're taping Digital Dice at some point today, and then the wife and I are going on a date. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.